Hello, Assalamu alaikum guys. Welcome back to my channel of inspiring stories. This is Mevishir, your coach. How are you all? I hope you all are doing phenomenal and doing well. Guys, I am super excited today because today I'm bringing somebody from my own country who has become a coach. I'm super excited to share her story, to share her journey into the coaching life. Guys, without any further delay, let me bring my host on and let us start our conversation here. She is already in the house and we are going live. I'm just connecting with her. Assalamu alaikum, Amna.
Assalamu alaikum. I can hear you, but I can't see you right now. Okay, yeah.
You can
We
see me
are.
now?
Yes, I can.
All right. How are you today, Amna?
I'm doing great. Wonderful.
Okay. Okay, Amna, before we dive into our conversation, let's have a little bit of introduction about you, who you are, where you from. Share it with our audience, please.
My name is Amna Ali, and I'm really, really thankful to you that you've invited me over on your show, and we're having this wonderful conversation. I am 39 years old, and I have been on this journey of life, you know, and exploring each and every thing that has come my way. So I've had a successful business for the past 10 years of pinata making, and then sort of I moved on. I had this amazing trip that I took, a solo trip to Hunza, where I discovered my true calling of becoming an NLP coach. I am a master NLP coach, a master hypnosis therapist, and also a timeline therapist.
Wow, that is
And
amazing.
I'm a mother of two wonderful children. I've been married 15 years. So that's me in a nutshell.
All right, guys, my daughter and her daughter are in the same section. So for all of you who are listening, we are friends, they are friends. It's amazing. Amna, you said that you went for a vacation in Honza and you had your awakening, you had your calling there. I want you to shed some light on that moment. What happened over there that inspired you and changed you to embark this journey into the coaching life?
See, I always wanted to explore. I have a passion for traveling, and I really wanted to explore myself, a journey inwards. And I wanted to, go on that journey and discover how I can discover my own self, And it was quite tough, but, I wanted to get connected with myself. And as I've read in books now, and that where you find pain, and when there's pain, and we may think it's hell, but that's where growth happens,
Absolutely.
and that's how I found myself on this
Mhm.
path.
Right, right, right. So tell me, when you were on your trip and you had this call and you're like, oh my goodness, I have to change, I have to do something in my life. So what did you do? What action did you take? Did you come back? Did you know about the NLP course? Did you have to explore it? Fill us up about how you bridged that gap.
So at that point in time, I did not know about NLP.
Okay.
But I had a connection with people that I think I can connect with people. I can help them, really understand things about themselves. So when I came back, I did some research and, inform myself, educate myself on all the aspects. And I found the most amazing trainer. It's really, really important that when you are venturing into anything, you must do your research.
Yes.
So I got connected to her, and Alia Mohyuddin has been transformational for me, and the guidance that I've got from her and through her course, it has been phenomenal. And I have all the skills in me now to help change myself, because I have transformed as a person, and I can deliver the same results to other people who wish to seek that light.
Right, right. Wow, that's so beautifully said. So, Amna, you said that Alia, your coach, whose program you took on, totally transformed you and changed you. I want you to shed light on that a little bit. Explore it with us. What happened during that program, and what did you find so amazing that transformed you?
The most important thing is you are the driver of your own car, or you are the driver of your own bus. You have all the power to transform your life. You have all the tools within yourself. God has made us this perfect creature who doesn't need fixing. You have all those assets. You just need to tap into them. You just need to
Absolutely.
explore yourself. And that's how it began. And I'll be really honest with you, Mevish. Life is like an ocean. you know
Mm,
you can choose to be a little dinky or a big ship liner.
mm,
And whatever life throws on you, how you navigate, that's on you. you know we
absolutely.
have principles, or rather, presuppositions in NLP, that the map is not the territory. you know and these really helped me transform uh, phenomenally, because when you understand that what your reality is, it is just what you see through your filter. The
Absolutely.
reality, so to speak, is completely different.
Mm, mm,
And when you understand that, and when you have a, a conflict with someone else,
mm,
you can appreciate the fact that that person is seeing through his lens.
mm.
And when you have that understanding that you that person has a different lens on, you might not agree with it, but you can appreciate. you know
Yes,
You-
absolutely.
so
It's
so that,
beautifully said. Yes.
so
And that is so true.
that's how I understand life now. you
Mhm,
know
mhm,
that map is not the territory.
mhm.
and
Absolutely.
and what you experience is, it can be it's how you perceive it, and how you see it through your
Mhm,
own lens. Our brain gets so much information, all the
mhm,
time. And it's how we process, and
mhm,
how we delete and distort
mhm, mhm,
the information that's coming in.
mhm.
And then our actions speak then.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I have been through similar journey a few years ago where I transformed. I wasn't that lucky to have a mentor or a coach, to be honest, Amna. I had to do that all by myself, for myself. And I think that I owe it to my God, Allah, alone, that He was there for me, guiding me and showing me that the pain I was carrying within myself had a deeper message for me, had my calling in that pain. And that is how I transformed and changed. And once you embark on this journey, it's so amazing, because then you learn so much and you open so many more avenues to growth, to acceptance, to compassion. And just like you said so beautifully, you see life through your lens and I see life through my lens, and we both are absolutely right. But it's just how we come to a point where we can appreciate each other's points and blend in as humans. That is great. So Amna, I want you to shed some light on your NLP coach for people who are listening, who don't know what it stands for, what it is. Please educate them right now, please.
NLP is neuro linguistic programming, and NLP is something which sort of combines a lot of things and then helps you understand and helps you model excellence. Anything out there you can model and instill in yourself, and come forward in your true self.
Mm.
So it's got lots of facets. It can help you eliminate your limiting beliefs, your your issues with anger, your issues with guilt, depression, shame, anxiety. And it is focused with it's the focus is to get goals achieved. you know when you get into not saying other therapies don't help, but NLP is very, very goal oriented. It's a lot of positivity, and then it doesn't go in the rabbit hole. It guides you how you can achieve your goals, how can you find success, you know and so that's why we sort of suggest as coaches maybe 6 or 7 or 8 sessions, and you will be able to achieve your goals within that time, give or take.
Absolutely.
Again, it is a do with process. So an NLP coach is like a swimming coach. You will need to dive in the river and cross the river to the other end. You will have to do the do's. The coach is there to guide you, to help you, take that journey. But it is a lot of you need to sort of get empowered. It empowers you. NLP really empowers you.
Wow, wow. And that is absolutely correct. Most of the people who are in coaching, like myself, we always look for people who are willing to change, who are willing to move forward, who are ready to break those patterns and set new ones, come forward with a new identity. You spoke about limiting beliefs. I want you to shed some light on it. Give an example for people who are listening right now, who trying to understand the concept. How would you explain someone's limiting beliefs and how they can overcome it?
Limiting beliefs can range from the basic thing of you not feeling enough, that you are not enough, or that I can't do that, or I can't do that, and that's impossible. All these things. I can't read many books, or I can't understand that. These are all, excuse my French, but these are all bullshit stories that you tell yourself, basically.
Absolutely, yes.
You are a perfect creature. You are a perfect embodiment of all the things that you need to be successful. You just need to tap into it. I know I did it myself, and I know so many people who have transformed just by tapping into themselves. Of course, there are things inside you. Your childhood may have some traumas. You have some baggage. Everybody has a story, but they are things, their techniques there to help you, to guide you, to let go, to unhook from them.
Right. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
sorry,
Go on.
and also I'd like to add in that sometimes when people say, oh, you know I want to do this, I want to quit smoking, for instance. I want to quit smoking.
Right.
And they be completely drawn in and saying, hey, I want to do this, but that smoking might be giving them a secondary gain. So what is a secondary gain? A secondary gain is something that is actually helping you achieve something through smoking. Just an example. You may find comfort in it, you know, or you may find social acceptance in them. So the secondary gain that you see, and if you are ready to let go of that secondary gain, if that is hurting you enough to let go of that, you will be able to achieve your goals.
Right. Beautifully explained, Amna. Wow, that was so amazing. And it's so true. The point of limiting beliefs is that, like you said yourself, you have to tap in. There is nothing on the outside that's going to help us validate ourselves, that is going to make us know that we're enough. We don't need to smoke, or we don't need a validation or acceptance from society. I think most of our limiting beliefs, you and me being a Pakistani, I think we can shed some light on this topic, because I speak a lot on it, is that limiting beliefs, and for me and for a lot of women in our society, in our culture, where are these limiting beliefs coming from? It's coming from societal conditioning. It's coming from our household brought-ups. And I'm not trying to say that the household brought-ups are bad. It's just the way they were conditioned before, through their generation. So what happens is, when you've had your awakening, when I've had my awakening, it's like we're like, oh my gosh, there is so much of trauma within us, not just ours. We're carrying on generational trauma, and we've awoken. Now we have to awaken more people to break that pattern, because what happens is, most of the time we're just sitting and we're just talking and talking. Oh, we have this problem, like you said. We've been discussing problem for years, guys. We both are Pakistanis, and I'm sure Amna would agree on this, that we have become a generation or decade of people who's just been sitting around talking about problems, and problems keep on piling up. It's about time that we took action and stopped talking about the problems, and we start talking about solutions, because we
Exactly.
already know that problems are there. We need to shift our mindset. We have to shift everything. We have to shift our paradigm and focus on the solution. I think we all are so well aware of the problems around us, within us. It's about time we change that, and we talk about solutions. How are we going to solve that? How are we going to break this limiting belief? What there is not there is the superpower. There is a superpower, and that is your inner self. You getting in touch with you inside. And like she said, we all are blessed. It's not like she only has it and that's it, or I only have it. No, everyone right now listening, right now struggling, right now feeling stuck, I want you to know you can all have it. There is no magic potion. It is just tapping in and connecting with your inner self and asking yourself, why do I believe this? Why do I believe that I have to smoke in in order to have XYZ, or whatever it is that is blocking your way from moving forward? Guys, remember, most of the time we are in our own way. We are in our own way. And before I move on, I wanted to say this. It's a quote by Tony Robbins, and it's an amazing quote. And it says, the quality of your life is based on the quality of your emotion. And that's so right. We live our life through our emotion. When we're in a happy state, we make a different decision than we're in a sad state. So our state of being is so important, and to have that control is so important. Amna, let's talk about this. Let's talk about emotions. Living in the Pakistan culture, there is so much of where families live together, right? We have a society, a culture where we live with our in-laws or with our parents, and the household has many members, right? uh, how would you say, talk about the struggles, and how the generation, or women or men listening, can overcome those challenges, because it's something we all face every day, right? The minute we wake up, it starts from right there. So shed some light on that.
Again, Mevish, I would just press upon the fact that it is your own power.
Mm,
If you decide to be stuck in a stuck state or a victim state, you
mm,
know, if you want to play the victim,
mm.
you will remain a victim. You will not
True.
have the tools that will help you be
Mm-hmm.
above the line. That's how we sort of explain it. It is your
Mm-hmm.
choice And you always have a choice. Your
Absolutely.
choice to be above the line, to be the hero of your own life. I mean,
Mm,
you need to be the hero in your life.
mm,
And for being that hero in your life, you need to have that, or any person who wishes to be the captain of their ship, they have to think above the line. Are you going to be reactive, or are you going to respond? Are you going to be a victim, or are you going to be a hero? You
mm.
know,
Right.
are you, these are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. That are
Absolutely.
we going to be in a problem state, or are we going to take action,
Mm,
or find solutions? You know, are we going to procrastinate or take actions?
mm,
So all these things are there within this mind that we have, you know, and every day you have a choice to make. When you wake up in the morning, you have to sort of, decide. When I wake up in the morning, I tell myself I'm going to have a fantastic day. You know, I'm going to, I'm going to be rocking
mm,
today.
mm,
So it is that state of mind that you project.
mm.
So again, I'm saying this because I have been through this. I'm not shying away, because I'm going to be very open with you. I was taking um, mood stabilizing pills and antidepressants for the past 13 years, you know, and my life has changed, because the minute I realized that the power is within my own self, the trajectory of my life has changed. My relationships have changed. The way I talk, the way I interact has changed. You know,
Right.
the ocean, the world will remain the same. It's who you need to, who's going to change. It's the most powerful change is your own change. You can only change yourself. And how you do that, you have to decide.
Absolutely.
So, so I am completely, you know, um, bought in with the idea that it is your own power, how you change your destiny. I had a limiting belief, oh my God, I can't study and I can't read books, and I can't do this, and you know and that's all
Right.
changed.
Mm-hmm.
That's all changed,
Mm-hmm.
because those limiting beliefs, those hooks that I had inside me, and being in the state of be complaining, and putting things on other people. You own yourself, you know go out there with that positive energy, that positive attitude, and I am enough. you know
Absolutely.
when you tell
Absolutely.
you I am enough,
Mhm.
that answers your question.
Yes. That
We
is
can.
such a big thing, because I tell my clients, because I learned that many years ago, was to say that I am enough. And that helped me. That was kind of a mantra I used. And I put it on my mirrors, I put it everywhere. And I used to say, I used to look in the mirror and tell myself, I am enough, I am enough. And it took a while before it sunk in, but when it did, it really helps. So for those of you listening right now are struggling with something, guys, I am enough. That is the easiest, most simple way. I learned it from Marissa Peer,
Yes.
and I took it, and it was phenomenal, because it changed and transformed. It just clicked when she said it to me. I took that, and it transformed me, the way I was perceiving and looking at myself. I was defining myself through the lens of my failure, and I was not taking my failure as life lessons.
And
They were
there is,
not.
there is never a failure. There's only
Exact.
feedback.
There's
There's
feedback and there's a
always
lesson.
there's a feedback. There's a lesson. So
Yes.
when you embark on this beautiful journey of life,
Mm.
you only get feedback. If
Yes.
something doesn't work, you go ahead, and all the successful people have had huge failures, so to speak,
Hmm.
they've always created, um, feedback for
They've
themselves.
always learned and moved on. They've not stayed
Yeah,
stuck or not defined themselves with that failure. So you
exactly.
need
You
to
don't.
move forward.
Yes.
Yes. And I like the
One.
way you stated about the victim thing. It's so important because I think for most of the people listening right now who feeling stuck, they're living through the lens of a victim mindset. What is a victim mindset? For those of you who do not know, victim mindset is when you cannot really look within yourself and you start to blame everyone and everything around you, and you start blaming them and believing that this is your truth, this is the reality. And it is astonishing when I have people in my program and they're telling me their story and I'm like, oh wait, uh, you're playing the victim card here. You need to snap out, because when you're in a victim card, you need people's sympathy, you need people's empathy. You don't need that, guys. Rise above. You don't need anybody's sympathy. You don't need anybody's uh, 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 self pity talk. You control your life, like Amna also said. You hold that power, you hold that choice, right? So when life throws you down, it is on you to get up. It is not for you to stay on ground and complain that this person threw me down. You need to embrace it, stand up, and move ahead. Every successful person on this planet had just this thing. They never gave up. They never gave up. They kept on trying. They kept on trying. And after so many failures, they got success. Stop defining yourself through other people's lens. Know your worth. Know your value. Do not define yourself through your failures. They are only life lessons. Take the lesson and move ahead. Sorry, Amna, I think you were going to say something and I cut you. Please.
No,
Uh,
it's okay. You said it so, explained it so beautifully. And, one thing that really will empower everyone, like it has empowered me, that choosing what you love. When we say, oh, I have to do this, or I must do this,
mhm,
and I need to do this. When you shift your words and when you say, I would love to do that, I want to do it. So, choosing things based on your highest value
mhm,
is the key to success, because that will empower you, that will make you fulfill in your life, you know,
mhm.
and that will help you gain the momentum that you need to move forward. And
Yes,
then
absolutely.
create beliefs. I read this somewhere and it just stuck in my head. I'd love to share it with you, that
Please,
your
please.
beliefs become your your thoughts become your reality, your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become values, your values become your destiny.
Yes,
So create beliefs that will empower you, because that will show your destiny.
yes,
The
absolutely.
words you speak are like a blueprint,
In your
you
brain.
know, in
Mm-hmm.
your brain. And
Mm-hmm.
then those words create the reality that you will project.
Mm-hmm.
So create the best picture in your mind. Your mind is like a canvas. Paint the most amazing, the most colorful, the most bright picture that you want.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be your reality. I
Yes.
know that this has transformed this thinking has transformed me.
Mm-hmm.
The things that I never thought would be possible have become possible, because the pictures that you create in your mind, the words that you speak, create that picture, and that those pictures become your reality.
Absolutely. Well said, Amna. I'm loving this conversation with you. And I love the way I just wanted to go a little bit back, and I love the way you said that when I wake up, I say that today I'm going to have a fantastic day. You know what? I do that every day when I have a vision board. And on that at night I write my goals. I write what I set the pace for my uh the morning, and at night I tell myself the same thing you say. Tomorrow is going to be a great day. And when I get up, of course, we do our prayers and everything. I tell myself, today is going to be a great day. Today, I'm going to go out, learn, experience life, and be joyful. And it's nothing, guys. It might seem very trivial. It might seem like, oh, what is that? But believe me, the words you say to yourself sets the tone for your day and sets the tone for who you're going to be in that day. What you are today is going to define your future. Like she said, your destiny, everything comes back to what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Remember, I made a post about it as well. Uh, Nobody is going to tell you what to think. And nobody's going to come and tell you what to feel. You hold that control. She just said that she has suffered from anxiety and she overcame that. You have heard tons and tons of time shared my story about anxiety. Guys, I've suffered with extreme anxiety. And I didn't take any medication. I did not take any medication on it. The only thing that I did was that I had to understand where was it coming from. And anxiety is not something that is happening. It is just a story in your brain. It's not a reality, right? Amna, am I right? It's never a reality, a picture. It's a picture we're making in our mind. This is going to happen, this, and that's where the nervousness comes up. And sometimes you're so conditioned with the anxiety that sometimes you're sleeping at night and you wake up and your heart is pounding and you're like, I can't breathe. Guys, anxiety, I know a lot of us, especially with the pandemic, have had the anxiety all over the place. There is nothing you cannot control. Trust me. I'm not advocating that you don't take medicine, but I'm just telling you my truth. I was never on medication, though I was asked to take medicine to control it. I did not. I thought that I could overcome it somehow. I don't know why I thought like that, but I did. And what do? Some of the best way when you have anxiety, you need to just put your hands over your chest and say, you are safe. And come in the present moment. You have to be present in the moment. Anxiety is taking you to a picture, to an image that's not real. And remember, your brain doesn't know what is real and what's not real. Okay? Your brain doesn't know this is real. What you're thinking right now is what the brain thinks is real. Okay? So when you have anxiety, right? When you have anxiety, you need to put your hand here and ask yourself and breathe and say, I am safe, I am fine. And if that doesn't help, you have to change the whole physiology. Start walking. Start walking. Have a glass of water. Touch a plant. Touch a book. Touch something. Guys, it goes such a long way. These are some of the tips I really wanted to share with you guys because I know a lot of us right now are suffering from anxiety. Amna, now I want you to talk about what kind of message would you want to give to people who are listening right now, people who are feeling stuck, people who want to know more about your program. I just want you to shed some light on those topics for me, please.
My the message what I would love to give everyone is, if you are facing any kind of issue, do not hesitate from reaching out. You know, we all need it. We all need help at some point or the other, and you must reach out. Get the help you need, get the tools that you require to, embrace you, to help you, take you know to make you powerful to deal with all the things that come your way. So they do not shy away from getting the help you need, because that help will go a long way. It will just change and transform your trajectory of your life. So you must understand that this is a journey. Life is a journey, And we must, empower ourselves so much that we can enjoy each and every moment that we have. And like you beautifully said, be in the present moment, because life.
Somebody's asking a question. Now let's shed some light on it. Somebody's asking, do you think talking about it will help? Then try to ignore it. No, no, no. You
No.
have to talk about it. Number one, you have to talk about it. And ignoring it, you're just suppressing it. And when you suppress something, it's going to project in some other way, either in frustration or anger. It's gonna have an impact on you. When you say, is talking going to help? Yes, talking is going to help, but to an extent. Okay, to an extent, because when you've done the talking and there is no result, then you just stop. What you're going to talk? Yes, you're going to talk what's bothering you, what's keeping you in that constant pain, but you're also going to take accountability for how I'm going to change that. So it's not just about having a coach. You just hire a coach and you're just talking. No, it's far more and beyond that. You don't talk to a coach. Your coach is there to listen and provide you with solutions and massive impact and transformation. Amna herself is telling you her story, how she transformed herself. So it's just not about talking that's going to help. There is a lot that adds up with it. Amna, please answer her too.
Yeah, definitely talking about it with a person who can truly guide you in the right direction and has the tools to help you eliminate those little glitches that you're facing. Having a mentor really helps. Having a life coach or an NLP coach, because we have the tools that will help you let go of all those hooks that you've attached, and they can be as far behind as your childhood. And to unhook from those emotions is essential to be in the present moment, to shine light on your future, to have a beautiful present and a future. And being present in the now is so important, because all the guilt and the shame that you carry is all in the past, and the past is no more there. You have just kept it alive in your head, and there are people who will be able to help you. So never, I urge each and every one of you to seek help when you need it.
Absolutely. Don't stay there. When you reach
Just,
out, there's so many out there to help you. And
yeah.
like Amna, you're saying, be present at the moment. Guys, let's do this exercise. Amna, are you ready to do an exercise with me?
Yes.
It's just going to take 1 minute. Guys, like Amna said, I'm just taking on what Amna said. And it's so beautiful because I've practiced that. Guys, let's talk about the present moment. Right now, it's me and Amna and you guys watching us live. I want you to be absolutely present in this moment, right? And when you're absolutely present, what do you realize? I give you a few seconds of silence to actually come to the present. And by coming to the present, coming to the now means you're not thinking about, oh, after this, I have to do this, this, this. Oh, my kids, oh, this is happening there. Nothing, nothing. You are here all the way, really, with full concentration. I'll give you a few seconds. Come in the present, come in the now. See, it's that simple, guys. You have to learn to live in the now. It's just 1-2 seconds in the beginning, and then you build on it. When you live in the past is gone. It's past. That's why it's called the past. Stop living in the past. Stop defining yourself from the past. In this moment, right now, what is important? You are here. You're healthy. You're alive. And this moment is in control. And you can do and change anything right now. This is all it takes. Most of our struggles are coming to us because we're either stuck in the past or we are too much holding on or anticipating the future. You need to let go of the past. You need to let go of the future. Be present. Live in the present. Enjoy those moments. How many times do we pick up an album and we see pictures and like, oh, we miss these times so much. Do you know why you miss them and you feel that kind of feeling? I'm not talking about nostalgia. I'm talking about the other feeling why you want to go there. It's because so many pictures you have and so many beautiful moments have gone by and you were not enjoying them. At that moment, you were stuck with something else. Think about it. I'm sure you all will see that. Enjoy the now. Be present in the now. Live in the now. We've been conditioned so much. We're so full of anxiety that we've lost touch with being present in the now. So do that, guys. Do this exercise. It's so simple. Just be present. When you're just sitting there, just be present. Look at your kids, what they're doing. Look at your parents, whatever it is. Look at your surrounding. Because the present is always going to be perfect. There is no flaw in your present. And there are going to be no problems in your present. Yes, Amna.
It's just so beautiful having this conversation with you, and I'm really, really enjoying each and every bit of it.
Yes.
And,
Thank
you
you
know,
so much.
the thing I just when you the unconscious brain does not know the right,
Mm.
why not tell a better lie to yourself? You
Mm. Right.
know, you know, tell it enough times that your brain starts to act upon that.
Mm. So right.
So, uh, just enjoy your life. Be
Mm.
present in the moment, like you said, and life is beautiful.
So that's so nice. Thank you for sharing that. Somebody wrote in the comments that I wear I tie a band around my wrist just as a reminder to be in the present. That is so cool. See, guys, we have so many people coming forward, telling their story, telling that how important it is to be in the now and living in the now. Absolutely is phenomenal. And Amna just said that so beautifully herself. Lie to yourself. Lie to yourself. Um, if that's how it helps you, guys, you're just lying to get the best out of you. So I think that that lie should be justified. Amna, thank you so much for coming forward, sharing your story here. I am so thrilled to hear your story and see you embark this beautiful world. Just before we close up, just a little detail on your program, how it works, and how people can reach out to you, and we can wrap up on that.
Yeah, you can reach out to me on Instagram and Facebook at my email address, and we can have a conversation, and then there's a process to it, and then we can sort of work through maybe 6 or 8 sessions, and then give you all the tools for you to be free and achieve your goals, and start living, truly living your life.
Yes,
And
yes,
you know
guys, yes.
and my motto is that as a life coach, as an NLP master coach, as a hypnotherapist, I want to empower my clients to be the best version of themselves without any clutches,
Mhm.
to be free in their own and own themselves,
Right.
and really, really be one and present with their self.
Beautiful. Wow. Thank you so much on that. Amna, I did say that we're going to wrap up, but I do want you to shed a little bit more light on the hypnosis side. Just fill in the people about it so people who are not aware of how it works can have a slight idea about it as well.
Sure, I'd love to. So hypnosis is basically what when you talk about hypnosis, a Bollywood movie or a Hollywood movie comes to mind, or a stage show would come to mind. They'll probably make you quack like a duck, or touch your head, all those crazy ideas. But hypnosis is something which puts you into a deep trance state. You are very, very much conscious. You are in a deep relaxed state where your unconscious mind becomes open for suggestions. And also, I'd like to add that those suggestions will only work if they are true and congruent with your value system. If if someone thinks that, oh my God, that they will put something in my mind that I do not agree on, that is not possible, because you will immediately come out of that trance. You will not do anything that your unconscious mind or your conscious mind does not get in sync with. So anything which is not true to your value will break state. So it's just something that you want. Like, for instance, someone wants to lose weight or get to their ideal weight. They are coming in with that belief that they want that change to happen with them. They want to be at a certain weight. They want to be eating healthy. So they come with that intent. And when you do an hypnosis for weight loss, or ideal weight, so to speak, it will work because it is in
You're already
sync.
coming with that frame of mind. Okay.
If
Got
you
you.
in with, like the example I gave with smoking, if you're not truly ready to give up smoking, that will not work, you know.
Mm.
So
Makes sense.
it's in the process, and it's very, very effective. Some people have transformed in maybe in one session, others might take few more. So it really depends how you embark on that journey yourself. And it's a state where it's a completely safe environment. You're safe and you're secure, and our coaching, life coaching, I am sure you that too, that you give the clients that comfort. Any conversation that happens in a room or even on Zoom online, when I see that, it is a completely confidential and a very safe
Absolutely.
place, and a judgment free zone. you know when you are with a coach or a life coach or a hypnotherapist, or any of that environment is completely safe, and that space is just for you. So
Rightly
yeah,
said.
I hope that answered your question.
Yes. I do wanted to ask you, because somebody before I was coming live said to ask you about this, about hypnosis, and their concerns were that when they hypnotize you, sometimes you're left in that state forever. I want you to shed some light on that. So if they're right now listening, they can get an answer from you. Although I did answer that, but I want you, since you are certified in that field, maybe a person coming from more authority can help them in that field as well.
Of course, it's the responsibility of the hypnotherapist to sort of bring you out of that state. And you can, it's not something that you get stuck into, because there's a process. And when you come to a certified person, they will bring you out in a very, very good when you wake up, you will feel refreshed and revitalized and full of energy, and you will be very much in the present.
Yes. Well, there's the answer, guys. You do not stay there forever. There's no such thing that you will be left there in that trance forever. Your therapist cannot bring you back. That is just, I think, just something you're not aware of, guys. For those of you listening, I will be actually going to Amna for a hypnosis therapy session, and I'm so looking forward to learning and experiencing hypnosis, because I've never ever done that, and I think that can take me such a long way and so much ahead with such an incredible person. Amna, thank you so much for giving your time. I hope that people who are listening right now got a lot of exposure, learned about NLP. She's a certified coach in Pakistan. The degrees are available here and they are recognized globally. That is massive. Reach out to her. I will tag her after this live stream, so you can go to her Instagram, send her a DM, ask her questions, guys. On that, I'm going to wrap up. Remember, you hold the power. Everything lies within you or in your subconscious mind. You just need to get in tune and in sync with it. On that note, take good care of yourself. Thank you, Amna. Love to all. We are out. Khuda Hafiz. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye.